Sorry I'm late, but I needed a shower. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Let's double check our volume as we get started. Looks good. You guys let me know how the audio is if we have any issues. And good morning. Let me get my legs crossed. Good morning, everybody. Cool shirt. Thank you. It's actually a dress, which tells you that teenagers need more fabric. Donate to the Teenagers Need More Fabric Fund. This was a dress when I was in high school, and now it's a tank top because when I cross my legs, it's not a dress anymore. Good morning, Mary Grace. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Rue. Good morning, Candace. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm glad to see you here this morning. Let me switch to live chat because when it's on top chat, sometimes I miss out on some messages. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. I woke up with well enough time, very much early enough to be on time. And then I decided I needed a shower, and then it just sort of took longer because I wanted to wash my hair and I got distracted in there. So don't even worry about it, but I'm here now. Apologies again for being late. If you're new here, hi, I'm Laura. I can't say that being late is like completely out of character for me. So if timeliness and somebody who is always there right on time is like your thing, this might not be the spot for you. But generally we chit chat for a couple of hours in the mornings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Talk about plants and animals and rocks and nature and fabric and yarn and wedding now because it's now about 2 weeks till our wedding, which it's a lot. It's a lot. Not the jobs, just the energy it's taking. The jobs are not that difficult. It's my sanity is difficult. I have a hard time. Look at something I'm working on though because it's fun. It has a chicken feather in it. It has pearls. It has a little piece of my grandma's fabric. I'm trying to figure out. It has loose thread. Wouldn't be a Laura project without it. Okay, let me just take my ponytail out for a sec so that I can have like a little thing. You see? Let me try and make it so there's something dark behind it. Something kind of cute for the wedding that isn't necessarily a veil. I'm trying different things this week, making different things. Haven't decided, but you know. Did you use your grandma's fabric in your dress? I remember you said you were thinking about it. Yes, I did. I did use my grandma's fabric in my dress. And I used it as a belt on my bridal shower dress. Like I wore a dress to my bridal shower and I put it as a belt on that dress and my mom cried. So she remembered it and it had sentimental value to her too, which was something I didn't know if that was going to be the case. When I was like doing it, I was like, it's got sentimental value to me, but I don't know if she'll remember and have sentimentality to it. But she did. So that was good, and yes, I am using my grandma's fabric in the dress. Haven't decided exactly where it's going to be visible, but I've already used it, so just have to decide. Sorry, I'm trying to make it look like I have like enough hair to do a ponytail, but in order to do that, you have to have some side pieces, right? I think the mic is on the low setting. No, the mic is on the highest volume. Hello, there's the volume all the way at high. And then the thing, how about that? Is that better? I clicked a setting. You let me know if this is better than before. Good morning, Sarah. Nice to see you this morning. It's the Last Minute Show. Candace, that's a fact. That it definitely is. Nah, it was right on the first one. Ta-da! Better? Good. That's good when you speak closer and louder and no, this is the worst. Okay, good. I'll just speak a little louder then and then you guys can hear me, okay? Maybe it was the angle. Well, I don't know what the right angle is. Is the angle that I'm talking into this or is the angle that I'm talking into this? Because this is a button. It's not the actual audio thing, but maybe the mic is up here. I'm not a doctor. But what I do know is that yesterday was a rough day. From the side is louder. There we go. So, yesterday I slept most of the day. And when I say most of the day, I mean genuinely, like, I think that I woke up, I don't know, at around like 10, and I went outside. I brought a blanket and a pillow, and I went outside. Alex brought me a blanket and a pillow. Went outside into a shady spot, set up a bed, slept until lunchtime. Alex woke me up with some lunch. Right after lunch, I went back to sleep outside in my makeshift bed outside. And then later in the day, it got... What was going to happen? Oh, Alex was going to mow the lawn. And I went back inside, and I went back into my bed and went back to sleep. And I was, like, exhausted. Like, all day. When I woke up from any one of these sleeps, it wasn't even a nap, like a sleep. I would wake up and feel like I needed to get right back into bed. I was not having it yesterday. And I had an overwhelming day on Monday. Like Monday, there was a lot that happened. And that makes sense that I needed a recovery time from what happened on Monday. But at the same time, I didn't know that I was like needing like straight out, like I burnt right out just from one like event. So I need to figure out how to make that not happen. Like how can I like separate myself from the big bad long enough to not burn out on it. Because wow, yesterday was rough. And in the afternoon we stopped by my sister's house and just hung out for a little while. Came home and I was so tired. Like I went right to bed. We hung out with them for like 2 hours from like 5 to 7, something like that. And I was so tired. When I got home, I went out in the garden for a few minutes and then I just went to bed again. And what a bum feeling. Like it was, I said to Alex, I'm like, I really hope this isn't depression coming back, because like I don't feel depressed right now, but that was how my depression started, was with a lot of tiredness, like excessively tired for a long time. And then it transitioned into me being able to tell when it had, like, I don't know, become depression. And I was like, I'm not in a place right now where I want to be feeling that. So, yes, I'm taking my pills. Yes, I'm still getting outside. Yes, I'm socializing. But I feel like I'm in a bit of a limbo right now where depending on how I take care of myself could genuinely affect me for the next couple of weeks, months, I don't know. The last time I had like an actual depression episode, like an actual flow of time that was depressed, it was like a couple of months, and I really don't want to be there again, especially with winter on its way back. It just feels like I don't want to be sleeping for multiple days at a time. So I'm up today, and I'm gonna make a call with my doctor so that I can say like, this happened, help. But yeah, that happened. I slept literally like 20 hours yesterday. So thank you for your positive vibes, Mary Grace. I could use some positive vibes. I just put on my fancy dancy healing crystal my friend gave me at my bridal shower. And Alex and I, we had a good time yesterday. Aside from me being totally asleep through all of it, every time Alex came and woke me up to either give me a snack or give me some water or something, we're good. So I don't know why my body is like, no thanks, I'll just shut down. Not ideal. But I'm doing all the things that I can, so I don't know what to do because I am sleeping, which is one of those things where when you're depressed, your doctor says, how's your sleeping? Are you getting enough sleep? Yes, I am getting enough sleep. I probably could do with a little bit more water. I'm drinking a lot of tea. It may just genuinely be burnout from the stress of the last 2 weeks. That's totally possible, and I don't want it. I would like to return it, and I would like to have high energy forest fairy as an exchange, please. Sid, if you could put that order in of no more burnt out depression feels. It's frustrating though because it's not like I'm in a bad mood. I'm just like too tired. I literally brought my bedding outside, put a blanket on the floor, got on top of that blanket. Alex put a blanket on top of me, and I had a pillow from the bed. Like I literally slept outside. It was lovely. Like a great spot for a nap. Makes me want to put like a day bed out there under our trees. It was beautiful. And Alex borrowed my dad's weed whacker because our weed whacker doesn't work. And now the edges of our garden, I'm sorry, the armpit fat mixed with the boob fat, this is like the line. This thing is not flattering for that, so apologies. Ooh, a hammock sounds lovely. A hammock might be nice. I like the idea of, like in those pictures of like resorts where they have like a 4-poster bed with like mosquito netting around it on the beach. I want like that, but in my backyard. But it could just be 2 separate pieces. Like the bed gets pushed in the summer, and then in the winter you just pull the bed out and it's just a 4-poster pergola thing. Yes, hydrate and let yourself rest when you feel your body needs it. Hug Alex, do cozy things, give yourself lots of room to heal. It's hard though because the drama thing that went on in the last 2 weeks, it's not over. It's just I am now able to function while it happens. There's still stuff happening. We're still dealing. Alex and I are still we're still weathering a storm. We're still walking through it together. And he's fine. He's doing fine. He's not burning out, luckily. But I'm tired. He's very, Alex, he's like a rock. So he's being a rock. But geez, it's not over, and we're hoping it'll be over by the wedding so that we can just like enjoy our time without worrying. But the drama, you guys, the drama. My life is hard. That's me being whiny. Hey, Alex, would you possibly make me a tea? Sure. Thank you. Also, we should get a hammock. But also, we should just get one of those beds like in the Dominican that are outside. Don't you think? You look tired.
With the covers?
Yeah, with the mosquito netting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I understand, Sid says, we're going through watching our dog decline really fast, and I have no spoons every day. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sid. That's a hard one. Do you see all my marigolds?
Yeah.
Do you see all my marigolds, you guys? Does that make it a little bit nicer? Those are all my marigolds just that I picked from yesterday. They are going to dehydrate on this screen. I just brought the screen over so you guys could see all the colors. But these are the marigolds that are going to be under my feet when we get married.
It's going to be Yellow Brick Road.
It's going to be a yellow brick road. Alex brought me these home from his walk. It's like a weed that's at the side of the road, but I think it's pretty. Sid, I have nothing that will help make it feel better. Your dog is your family, and watching him decline must be terrible. Watching CJ decline was terrible.
Yeah, it really sucked.
Watching Alex's family dog decline was terrible. Pretty much just watching a dog decline is the worst thing ever. So I'm sorry that that's what you're going through. Using a bent screen door is an amazing idea. Yes, it is, and also at our thrift store they're $1. So we bought them for $1 because they were $1. I know. I just want you to know you're not alone in the exhaustion. Dope, totally, Sid. It's awesome. Not me not being alone in the exhaustion. The screen door. So what's been happening with the girls' dresses? You still dyeing them? Well, I have the vat done. I've finished the dye bath. I have not dyed any of the dresses yet, but the onion skins have soaked in the water bath for a week now. They started over a week ago when I started filming a video on it, and then I got distracted by the dramas And then they've just been sitting in there since. So that's good. There's a good golden dye ready for dresses to go in, but the dresses now need to be pre-mordanted, and I'm going to scour them all first with dish soap as per usual, and then I'm going to pre-mordant them with iron water solution, which iron works on cellulose fibers. So if you're new to natural dye, I do natural dye for fun. I'm not an expert by any means, but I am learning a lot. And I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And onion skins have the option of being yellow or green when you make dye with them. If it's a green you're going for, you would use an iron mordant. If it's yellow you're going for, you would use an aluminum mordant. Metal salts on fabrics bind the color to the fabric. So, but iron is also damaging to fabric, and it saddens the color. So like yellow plus black, if you think of it that way, just add black to whatever the color is. So onion skins gives you this beautiful golden yellow. If you add a bit of black to that, you get kind of an army green. So that's the color I would be getting. It's kind of like a foresty army green. And I think what I'm going to do is for my sisters, like my bio sisters, I'm going to put them in dark green, and then like my sisters-in-law, I'm going to put them in the gold. Do you need more skins? I don't think so, Candace. I mean, they ain't going to go bad, you know? I've put a whole bag from you into there, and I have a whole second bag, so I figured I'll do one round of dye for the 2 dresses. I have 4 dresses that need to get dyed, but I'm going to be dyeing 6 dresses because my little sister gave me 2 and my sister-in-law gave me 2 so that I can screw around a little bit. So I think my screw around dresses I'm going to do first, just to see how the color holds, to see if I should do anything like tie-dye style to try and mitigate imperfect dyeing, because it might not dye it perfectly solid. I don't know yet. I haven't done it. This is going to be the first time I'm dyeing cellulose fibers for a real reason. Like, I have a couple of cotton shirts I've done, and it was fine. But it also didn't matter, whereas this matters because, like, they're going to care how they look in it, you know? So, yeah, I don't know about the dresses yet. I know that it's going to be stressful. And also, my pot isn't big enough to put more than 1 dress in at a time, so I'm concerned that it'll be like big truck. I'm concerned that it's gonna result in 4 different color green dresses, and that's fine. I want it to look good, all 4 of them, you know? We shall see what happens. I'm a little bit nervous. Probably why I'm avoiding doing it, even though there's like 2 weeks left. And this week on Friday, good morning, Lita. This week on Friday, Alex has to go get his suit fitted, which is very exciting. He got a suit on the weekend, and that's very exciting. And I think that we can tell them when the wedding is now, don't you think? Like, we're close enough to it that we've booked everything. Alex?
Sorry, I'm reading what?
Do you think it's okay if I tell them when the wedding is?
I
I feel like we've booked everything.
It's your call.
Yeah, what do you think, though?
I don't have any feelings.
Helpful. I don't have any feelings. That's Alex's response. Do you have a tub you can transfer the dye to, or do you have to heat it with the dresses in it? I think I have to heat it with the dresses in it. And also I have to heat the dresses with the iron mordant. Like, there's like a bunch. Sounds like he's okay with it. I think that he doesn't think that any of you guys are gonna come try and stalk us. So please don't. It's August 21st. That's when we're gonna do it. So, if you would like to attend, I'm just kidding. There's very few people coming. Like 20 people. And all of them are like related to me except for 3. So, okay, I won't. Candace, if only, don't crash Laura's wedding. If only. I wish I could have more friends come. I wish I could make it a bigger wedding, but I don't wish that either, you know? Like, I do want it to be small. The only reason I'm including those 3 friends is because they got me through a really rough time in the last couple of years, and Alex got to know them really well too. And I'm invited to their weddings. I don't know how to justify my small wedding, but it is a small wedding, and everybody who's going knows everybody's who's going except for the photographer. The photographer is the only stranger. So, not that you're a stranger, Candace, but you know what I mean. You're from a different part of my life. Delta's getting so bad, it's good you're already keeping it small and don't have to suddenly downsize. Yeah, Delta's not great, and also we're having issues with verifying that every single person is double vaccinated. It turns out there's a few people that we needed to talk to that we didn't realize. We'll be there in heart, yes. You wanted a small wedding. You don't have to justify that to anyone. Yes, I did want a small wedding. I still do want a small wedding. I'm concerned about the Delta variant. I'm concerned about people who are not vaccinated. I'm concerned about people who are vaccinated who work in public settings, because the vaccine doesn't cure you. It doesn't 100% protect you. It's like we're 88% protected or something. And I know they say it's like 95%, but I have a sister who works in public health, okay? So I'm using her percentages. We're like 88% protected, and if you put 20 people in a room, all of which are 88% protected, you know, that's close to one person being able to get it and take it away and get sick. And everybody who's coming is old. Like, all of my family, I'm sorry, I have mosquito bites all over my ankles. Aside from like my sisters and brothers and stuff, all of the adults are 60 plus, which means that they are at-risk people. And there are people who smoke, and there are people who have comorbidities aside from that. Like, there are people with diabetes, or there are people with compromised immune systems like Alex, or there are elderly people like my grandfather. Like, there are lots of people with lots of risks, and I don't want to kill any of them, you know? Oh, masks are happening, Sid. Don't even worry about all that. Masks are happening. My little sister made matching masks for everyone. It's gonna be masks anytime that you're not sitting and eating, unless something changes. Thunder, you don't have to chase her away. You just spilled tea all over the carpet. You carried the teacup like this.
These things happen.
I know, but our carpet is white.
Excuse me.
If you're super stressed, it's easy enough to require everyone to wear their mask. Yeah. So, there will be masks. If everyone's vaxxed and masked, why do those words have to do that? Right? If everyone's masked and vaxxed, why'd they have to put those things together? You're reducing the risk a ton, because masks are super effective against Delta too. Yeah, masks are super effective against giving anything to people. You got a cold? Put a mask on. You'll probably prevent other people from getting a cold. Damn, the background looks dope today, doesn't it? Look, I've got like a bird egg, a sunflower, a bunch of witchy herbs, some wildflowers, a sewing mannequin, a terrarium, plants galore, blankets for the dog, works in progress, a dope looking mic, flowers drying. I feel like, remember me this way. This is how I'd like to be remembered. My cousin is getting married the week after you. The ceremony is immediate family, grandparents only, drive-by reception, and then a bonfire for a limited number of people after. She doesn't want anyone to get sick. Yeah, so Mary Grace, the way we're doing it, our ceremony is 5 to 8 minutes long, what we've discussed with the officiant. And the ceremony it's outdoors, obviously. And we've got chairs set up with family groups, so everybody who has their own bubble, like mother, father, daughter, can sit together because they live together and whatnot, that kind of thing. We're organizing everybody by their group, and we're putting space between the groups. So oh, jeez Louisa. Ooh. My anniversary is on the 18th of August. I'll be married 15 years. Barb, that's awesome. Congratulations. I hope you have a great day. I only had 13 people at my marriage. Best wedding ever. That's lovely, Barb. And happy early anniversary. Absolutely. Thank you for my bless yous. Hold on. I've gone to wearing exclusively my 3-layer masks because too many places around here aren't staying caught up on needing to reinstate mask mandates. Yeah, I just wear a mask everywhere because mask mandates are still a thing here. I can't believe there are like anti-mandates now. Like mandates that you cannot wear a mask in places. That seems a little crazy. So here you still have to. You can't go anywhere without a mask. If you don't have a mask, they require a face shield. So you do need to have your face covered. But also, I don't want to not wear a mask. I'm not ready to just walk into places with my bare face. Freaky. Because your government is smarter than ours. I mean, not when it comes to respecting indigenous cultures. But yes, when it comes to the pandemic, I feel like aside at the beginning, we were like failing so hard, but now it seems like we're okay. There are anti-mask mandates in schools down here, which sucks. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Kids are so dirty and germy. No offense to kids. Just in general, kids are germy because they have to go through all of the germs so that their immune systems and stuff. It sucks because plenty of kids aren't vaccinated. Not just that, but also like kids, even if they can't get vaccinated, they can still give it to people. And even if they don't get sick the same, they're still going to give it to people. Gosh, I'm going to get so many dislikes on this video now. She said it like it was going to hurt her feelings, but in fact, it doesn't hurt her feelings. So let's talk about not the vaccine and the pandemic and people dying because I'm over it. Oops, didn't mean to steer the topic that way. No. Definitely it's not your fault. It's always gonna go that way right now. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, once in a lifetime pandemic. The air quotes, if you weren't looking at the screen at the time, were very dramatic. Point being, I want my wedding to be safe. I want the people in my wedding to be safe. I want to be safe. And I don't want to be worrying for the 2 weeks following the wedding that someone's going to get sick. Because anybody in that group who gets sick within 2 weeks of the wedding is my fault, is how I see it. And also, drinking and driving prevention. There will be no people arriving, drinking, and then leaving in the same vehicle. We've made that clear. So we have spots for parking allocated for people who show up and then go like, oh, I'm drinking. And then you're not driving. Take an Uber home. So there's that. Are there thumbs down lurkers here? I don't know. Are there any thumbs downs yet? Then probably. I do believe several of the thumbs down are just lurkers, which is fine. Nice to see you. Sorry that you don't like me, but you watch anyway. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to my channel. See, you're thinking of all the important things. It's lovely how much you care about others. Sid, to be fair, all of the others who are coming to the wedding are like my immediate family. So if I didn't care about them, I think that would be a little bit rough, don't you think? Like, I know there's members of my family who it'll be like 3 people coming in a car. One person will not drink. The other 2 will drink and they'll drive away. That's fine. Hey there, Michelina. Long time no see. It is long time no see. Sorry I've been gone so long. I had, like, need for a break. Right? Why are they wasting their time and energy if they don't like it? Get a new hobby. Yes, agreed. From what I heard, my school's probably not requiring masks, but you still have to wear one for a band. What if you're a horn person?
Or saxophone.
That's a horn.
Oh, right, sorry.
What if you have to blow into your instrument is what we're getting at. I only have one friend left in my entire friend group that needs their second vax, but I think they got it yesterday, so now it's done. All of my close friends are done. Can you believe that one of my friends got me, for my bridal shower, some beautiful crystals? Look how pretty this citrine is. Excuse my hand, I burned my thumb so bad. This is like a 2-week-old burn and now it's finally peeled off. My iPhone doesn't recognize this thumb anymore. So that's fun. But look at this crystal. Isn't that pretty? It's like a glacier and a tooth. So fun. And then this one. I love this one. This is the one that I just hold in my hand because it's got two good rub points, like on the ends. They have that angle so that you could rub it with your thumb, you know? And then I got this one, which I think I'm just going to put it in my purse because it's so pretty. Look at those cracks. It looks like ice. Love that. Chalcedony. No. Maybe? I have the cards for it. Let me see the cards. There's little cards that came with those. And rose quartz. Oh, and one more. Titanium something. Titanium quartz? Titanium something. The colors are neat though. Let me just check. So it was like a couple weeks ago and I was, where did I put? It was like a couple of weeks ago and I was, I wanted a marshmallow, like a roasted marshmallow, but it was raining. So I couldn't make my roasted marshmallow because it had been raining and there was no place for a fire. So I was like, I'll just turn on a pan, heat it up, and then put a marshmallow on it. And then I can flip the marshmallow over and then I went to go flip it over, but marshmallows are made of sugar, and when you touch sugar that has been liquefied by heat, you can't get it off your thumb very fast, and then it burned me really bad. Stupid. But the different things, we've got double terminated quartz, that's this. Quartz is a master healer and can be used for any condition. It's considered one of the most powerful healing and energetically amplified on the planet. Stimulates the immune system and brings the body into balance. Double terminated crystals radiate or absorb energy at both ends simultaneously, channeling it into two directions at once. A stone of balance, a double termination integrates spirit and matter and can provide a bridge between two energy points. These crystals are useful in healing as they absorb negative energy and break old patterns, which can assist in overcoming addictions. They can also be used to integrate previously blocked parts of the self. Placed on the third eye, it can enhance telepathy, harmonizes all the chakras, and aligns the subtle bodies. Okay, our aragonite star cluster is the blue one. Aragonite star cluster. No, but the thought is nice. What's that? Sorry, rainbow. I can't even imagine. Must be worse with the brass. I don't envy the flute players either, right? I'm taking my final written and drive test for my driver's license, and then I have to wait till June next year. My final written is in August. I just noticed the flowers in the background. They're gorgeous. They are going to be dehydrated, and they're going to make up the floor of the wedding. Crystals are for spiritual needs. Everyone please remember... Okay, no. But the thought is nice. Everyone please remember, this is not medical advice. Don't use rocks to treat medical issues. Go to your doctors. Crystals are for spiritual needs. Yeah, I'm reading the card that came with it. You guys, I must say, I don't believe in any of the hokey pokey that goes with crystals. I like how they look. I like how they feel. I don't think they're going to correct any of my problems except for the need to have a shiny thing. I don't think this is going to get me out of any addiction.
Yeah, but geology is nice.
But geology is nice, and I love rocks, and I've loved rocks much of my life. To me, these are just pretty rocks. So when I'm reading these things out, please take it with a grain of salt because I don't believe it's going to correct any of my issues. But I do like reading the little card that comes with it because it's fun. So here's the next card. Aragonite Star Cluster. Properties: balance, transformation, and clearing. A great crystal, it works with you when you're trying to clear pollution and debris from your emotional energy body. When I read this one, I was like, I wish it worked. Clear the debris. It clears energies quickly and helps to release them. Also helps break down older sediment within your emotional field. These older accumulations may be the result of creating the same scenarios repeatedly in our lives. It helps you connect the dots, allowing you to see energetically how you set up these situations, causing your own emotional turmoil. It is also a calming and gentle crystal. Really? Because it sounds kind of like that best friend that's like, you're doing this to yourself, and then how is it emotionally calming? Wait, what did you say it was? Aragonite star cluster. It says blue one, aragonite star cluster. And then it says yellow one, citrine. White one, there's a white one on the floor. Selenite. Blue purple one, which I think is the titanium quartz. Because it's titanium-y, blue and purple. You can meditate with it and see if you find what helps with the stress at least. I mean, I'm probably just going to hold it because I like holding them. And I'm not a good meditator. For my driver's ed test, I needed to take it before April because that's when my license was going to expire. But because of the pandemic, there are no expiration dates on documents, so they let me take my test in August, which is great. And my test is the week after the wedding, so hopefully that'll work out well. Also, I bought a waist trainer and a posture vest to wear for the week before the wedding. It's not like a literal waist trainer, like not to shrink my waist, just to like hold me upright so that I can feel used to it, so that by the time the wedding comes, I can just have good posture so that I look good in my wedding dress. Lol, sediment sound like what's on my floor because I never vacuum. Maybe it's your emotional sediment, Michelina. Maybe if you vacuum it, you will feel emotionally clarified. I don't know. When I vacuum, I feel better after. Maybe it's not dust after all. Maybe it's your emotional sediments. Thunder, that's so gross. Stop.
I know.
Thunder, stop. He's like licking Alex's leg. It's weird.
Yep.
There's nothing on his leg.
Nope.
So today I'm going to be cutting all of the dahlias because they need a lot longer to dehydrate in the dehydrator, and I don't have any herbs that need to get picked today, but I have a lot of dahlias that are blooming, like yellow and orange and pink and sunset colored. Thunder! Stop it. So I'm going to pick all of the dahlias, dahlias, whatever you want to call it. Delilah. No, that's different. I say dahlia. I know some people say dahlia and some people say dahlia. Dahlia. Anyway, I'm going to be picking all of the dahlias today. I'm going to be picking any marigolds that I missed yesterday, because now that we're in the 2-week period prior to Friday of this week, I need to pick every single flower in the garden. So today, tomorrow, and Friday, I need to pick every single flower that is blooming so that it has 2 weeks to shoot out a new set of blooms. I've already cut back all of my calendula, like cut it back down so that it's like 12 inches from the ground. It was about 3 feet tall with flowers. I cut all of them. So now I have no calendula blooming, which is kind of heartbreaking because I've had hundreds of flowers every single day. But I want a really good set of blooms for the wedding. I don't want it to be like almost done. So I have to do the cosmos still. I have to do the bright lights cosmos, which are now like 6 feet tall, full of flowers. By the way, I'm almost done the vlog. It's 35 minutes long, and it's actually like a really cute little garden tour vlog. So that'll probably be today or tomorrow for you guys. But the sunflowers are almost done, which means we're gonna have to cut the heads off of them and pull the sunflowers out. And then we have to figure out what we're gonna put in the place of the sunflowers. It won't be ready for the wedding, but like I want more flowers for fall. So I might put new sunflower seeds into those spots so that we get another bloom of sunflowers. Because we now have about 80 days, 78 to 80 days left till our frost. October 15th. Can you ask your phone, Alex?
1 sec.
Like, hey Siri. Alex
Hey
got it.
Siri,
How many days left until October 15th?
how many days left until October 15th? Okay, I
Well-
didn't get that. Could you try again?
It's because both of us said it. by the time Siri replies. One of you guys probably.
Hey Siri, how many days are left until October 15th?
It's 72 days until then.
Okay, 72 days until the first frost is expected here. So that means we still have a lot of time for nasturtiums and beans and kale and zinnias. All of those things are going to be 40, 50 day varieties. So I have time to plant more flowers so that we don't end up with like a sad fall garden. Do you want to help me figure out how to plant the beans today to keep them safe from the rabbits? Because I want to. Thunder! Stop! You're so gross. He's like licking Alex's calves. I'm going to do weeding sometime this week or next week so I can at least earn some money. I can't right now because there are fires everywhere in eastern Washington. Yikes, that's scary. I'm waiting until I repot all the plants because it's going to get messy. I repotted all mine already. All my plants have fresh soil for winter. I don't need to do any repotting. I wanted to do that way before the wedding so I wouldn't get distracted. Honey, where did you find these ones? These are like bachelor's buttons, but they're obviously wild.
Just on the wall.
Will you take me to where you found these ones?
Sure.
Because I want to go there and collect some of the seeds. Because that's like a dope bachelor's button. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? But it doesn't grow the way a bachelor... Actually, I don't think I need them. I think these are old enough for seeds. Yeah. Yeah, I can get seeds from these. Never mind. Cool. So I am, in case you didn't know, I'm a seed collector now. I have a huge bundle of seeds. Can I read you all the varieties that I have? Because I'm very happy about them. Also, I'm going to be doing a video series in fall. I thought that would be fun for us to do together, of me drawing out the seed packet with like, so this one is zinnia, cut and come again. I'll draw a picture of the zinnia. I'll write how many days till it's ready, and the year I collected it, like all the things, you know. So right now they're just in brown envelopes, but some of them I started, and as I was drawing them, I was like, this would be such a fun video project. Like, remember when I used to draw things and I had an overhead? This is like my favorite zinnia. It's purple at the beginnings of all of the petals, but it turns to this orangey red. I called it Laura's favorite zinnia. Copper red and fuchsia purple. But I'm gonna do that and have like the information that goes on a seed packet. I'll write all of that out. But I'm just collecting right now. So I'm collecting them and labeling them, but I thought that would be a really fun activity for us to do together. So I've got Laura's favorite zinnia. I've got Chantenay carrots. Cute. 70 days to maturity, which means we have enough time. 2021 cowpeas. These are like a weed here, but I think they're nice. And they make a beautiful little purple pea pod. And it's a small pea pod. If you guys don't have cowpeas where you're at, let me show you with the... Also, washi tape. That's what they should do seed packets up with. Why do they glue them closed? Put them closed with washi tape. When they dry out, the pea pods turn black, but they're little. So that's the little pea pod. And it's pretty, so I want to plant them in, like, as a cover crop, because that's what I think they've been planted as, because I found them next to the cornfield. Hey, baby. Would you mind just going for a quick run to just check that nothing is amiss?
Oh, sure.
They're making some alert noises.
Okay.
It could just be that there's an egg, but it...
Cool.
Could be. Washi comes loose in shipping, sadly. Well, that's them problem. And then I have my big purple zinnias, which, I can actually show you how I collect the seeds from my zinnias, because my zinnias are very easy to collect seeds from. You see what I mean? I wore this out in public with no tights on underneath. Obviously, it would have been, like, pulled down, because... But, like, I wasn't skinnier than this in high school. So... I went out at like 19 years old to a club wearing this as a dress. Can you imagine? Alex was there, but still. Where is the zinnia? Okay. I'm just looking for a dried flower. Okay. I have one that short from college, right? There was a time. Morning, I'm late this morning. Rebecca, I was late, so no worries. Good morning. Also, Thai basil that fell on the floor. It was hanging. Now it needs to be hung up again. You can hang right here with the catnip. I'm trying different methods for drying my basil because the dehydrator turns it to a less than beautiful color. It's still fine, it's just not as bright green as when I let it air dry. Okay, so I've got zinnias, which are like this. Here's a pretty zinnia. And then the zinnias dry out, and they look like that. Isn't that so pretty? So they dry out and they look like this. You can come sit here with us. And then, oops, if you grab onto the petals and just sort of wiggle them. Here, I'll do it up close. Let me try and move the mic so you can hear me at the same time. So you grab onto the petals, give them a little wiggle, and those are the seeds. And you can see the petals are attached. I rip off the petals because it saves some space. I don't know how to show you them. And those are the zinnia seeds. So, bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy for harvesting seeds. And all of my seeds from this year are going to be hybrids. So I've kept the original packets for like, I'm trying to be so organized and cool. So I'll keep the original packets. This is larkspur, not zinnias, but I'll keep the original packets for whatever I have left of the initial seeds. But I'm gonna label these ones like this was a really beautiful purple and green zinnia. So I'll label it purple and green zinnia. And that way I'll have like a crap ton of different kinds. Like this one is only going to be seeds from this color of zinnia. It doesn't mean that the babies are going to only come out that color. And realistically, my organization when it comes to planting is like low limited at most. So it's probably still just going to be a beautiful rainbow next year anyway. But I love the idea that if I wanted to, I could do a mass planting of just this sort of zinnia. Thunder is licking my feet. What's up with you, my dude? You already had your breakfast. There's definitely enough, like, flavors in there. You don't need to lick my feet. It's super weird. Good morning, Lori. It's good to have them separated by year, too. Yes, that I've heard. The other thing I'm looking forward to seeing come up, I've planted this, about 2 weeks ago now. Salt deficient. That's what I meant. There's enough in your food. His food is like, he's got top quality food. Like there shouldn't be any salt required. But he licked Alex's legs and then he licked my feet, so that is a salt thing, isn't it? Although I did just get out of the shower. That's probably why he didn't like consistently lick. He licked the one time. Anyway, this I planted about 2 weeks ago, and it is called Joseph's Coat. It's an amaranth variety. I'm pretty excited to see how it comes to fruition. That should look exciting. But I've got lots now that I've been planting in the garden. I want to do another round of kale and radishes. I haven't gotten enough radishes to do anything. I grow enough to eat. We haven't really been doing anything with them. And I haven't had much success at all with the watermelon or the black ones. Hey there, Alex. Hey, Dawn. Long time no see. Yes, it's good to see you again, too. So these Spanish black round onions, round radishes, I only got one out of a full planting to come to fruition. All of the others bolted too early, so it was too hot. Same problem with these. I only got one. Everything else bolted. So I'm going to try for those in the fall. And I want to try for things that I can preserve in the fall for my like fall garden. Because the wedding's only going to be a day. I know that it's 2 weeks from now and it's like super overwhelming right now, but like the day after the wedding, the caterers take away all the garbage. I will be left with a large amount of cake, alcohol, and food. So I won't speak to anybody for like a couple of days after the wedding, most likely. I'll be writing my thank you cards and I'll be sleeping, most likely, for a couple of days after the wedding. And then I'll do my driver's test, and then there will be nothing at all from like August 20-something until like the middle of September. So there will be like a good 3-week period where I can concentrate on the garden. And like I said, I want to do more drawing videos where I draw out what I've got. I'm coming for leftovers. There's gonna be, Candace, seriously, can I tell you what the menu is? Because I'm excited about it. So we've got portobello mushroom dinner. I don't know how they're serving it, but portobello mushroom for the vegetarians. And then there is carved sirloin? Some fancy cut of beef that is being served, and salmon. Those are the 3 meats. I was gonna do chicken, and then I was like, meh, let's do the salmon and the beef. It costs the same, so give me the salmon and the beef. I love cake and booze. Dawn, then there you go. Peekaboo. Meow. She's staring at me from the top of the stairs. Why I'm doing cheesecake if I get married. Easy to freeze and actually eat later. Well, I'm hoping that my older sister is gonna make this blueberry cheesecake thing. My mom is making me a chocolate cake for our wedding. But back to the seeds. Larkspur, I planted a bunch. Giant imperial larkspur. I planted a lot of that throughout the garden. That's not going to come up for the wedding, but it'll be pretty in the late fall. 60 to 90 days for maturity. I planted a whole bunch of beans that were... Oh, maybe you guys could help me with this. I'm having a bunny rabbit problem. Dawn, groom's cake? We don't get separate cakes. We both like chocolate cake. As long as Alex has coffee, he prefers chocolate anything. If he doesn't have coffee, he doesn't eat baked goods. So if he has coffee, which comes with our caterer, a coffee and tea cart, then he'll love chocolate. If you look on my Instagram, you guys, you can scroll down to my birthday cake, and it'll be looking like that. My mom is going to do flowers on it, like my birthday cake. She will likely also do cookies. Oh, they're all ugly now because they've been piled on. Oh, maybe there's one that's pretty still. My mom did a whole lot of pretty little cookies. Like, they're just shortbread, but this one's, like, got a little sunflower on it. Let me see if there's any more that have a pretty flower. Sorry that they've been squished, but the idea is there. You understand the concept of it. You know? My mom is a very good, extraordinary baker. She also made pink macaroons. Strawberry macaroons. This is just what's left from the bridal shower that I've just been snacking on. Thanks, Mom. Definitely gonna fit into my wedding dress. I'm planning on having my dad's recipe for our homemade cheesecake at my wedding. Also, I have a poppy that I thought up till now has been a perennial. Fairy cookies, exactly, Sid. I told my mom I just want it to be floral and fairy, and she was like, thank you. Flowers and icing are the easiest thing. And I was like, I didn't know what I could have picked that was difficult, but I thought flowers would be difficult. And she was like, nope, I can just... So she made it seem like it's not too difficult, and you should have seen. Some of them looked like zinnias, some were like, violas, what's the other word? Pansies. Like, she made a beautiful set. But also, we have this purple poppy that this is our 3rd summer here, I've thought was a perennial because it comes back only in the same spot every year. But no, it just drops its seeds in the same spot, and it does its own thing. So I collected seeds this year, and I'm going to put this poppy that has been growing here probably for quite some time, at least since the last owners, right? And it kind of looks like that self-seeded spring poppy. I haven't figured out what it is yet. Oh my god, she gets to have fun just playing around making frosting flowers. Yeah, but my mom and I have a similar level of anxiety, so playing around is more like panicking that it's all going to go wrong. But my mom is the best. I've also got my Cosmos Bright Lights. I can show you how they seed. Cosmos Bright Lights, they grow on one long stem, one long flower on one long stem, and then when the flowers are dead, they put out this like star-shaped form, and the seeds come off of that form. I've already taken the seeds off of this. And so I've already got a ton of my bright lights. I did draw out my assorted nasturtiums. Oh, night and day. These are the night and day, sorry. Nasturtiums, but we'll draw more of them. I have snapdragons. Oh, I have forget-me-nots, which I put on my desk last night to remind myself to collect the seeds for. Oh, icing in here. 1 second, let me grab them. Ooh, Alex is string trimming my little area outside. That's awesome. I'm begging you. Okay. Here are my forget-me-nots. You can see the last of the flowers are still at the end here. But what we're gonna do is remove all the seeds from there. That's one of my things today, so I'm gonna put the forget-me-nots. Again, I thought they were perennial because they just exist in our garden, but they're annual, which means I can collect the seeds and spread them around. How are the tiny dinosaurs doing? They're doing really good. We do have several roosters that are being roostery now. They're not making noise yet and they're not fighting, but the way they walk around lets you know, like, for sure they're roosters. Not trying to mate with any of the girls yet. We don't have any egg laying from any of our babies. But we do have to do collect and decorate your own packages. For the seeds, yes. Magic for sure. I agree. You can have chicken at the wedding. See all the chickens staring at you. Oh, true. That's why we picked beef and salmon, was so that you wouldn't feel bad looking at my chickens. Yeah, that's why. I have a sneeze now. Oh, jeez, a yawn, a sneeze. Whew. Anyway, yes, so that's why we're not having chicken, because we have chickens. The tiny dinosaurs are doing very well, though. They are having a great time because Alex has been cleaning up the yard, getting it ready for people to walk around, and that means that the chickens get everything that happens. They killed a frog the other day. Well, Poppy probably killed it, but they killed a frog the other day, and they also killed a sparrow the other day. Yes, the bird. It lands in to get some seeds, and then they rampage, and they killed it. They killed a sparrow. I collected the sparrow prior to the chickens eating it, because I'm pretty sure I don't want them to eat... Sorry, I'm... Fix my hairs. Because I don't want them to eat a sparrow, because who knows what that has in it. But, yeah, they killed a sparrow and a frog on the same day. Chickens are dinosaurs. If you didn't know that, now you know. But, they're doing good. They're eating a lot. They're getting bigger. We have quite a few large ones now. Canada's doing well in the Olympics. Good! Why are the Olympics? Why are the Olympics? But good for Canada. I'm happy for them. I'm actually sad for them because they trained their whole life for this exciting thing, and it's kind of like a bummer this year instead of them getting, like, all the fun that they want out of it, you know? Hey, Peekaboo. How you doing? You guys might get to see her. Hi. Oh, I guess not. Oh, you can see her feet. Hi, Peekaboo. Let me go get her. You guys can say hello. Same, Laura. Why, though? Why? Oh, never mind. She decided that she doesn't want to hang out. Me wishes I paid attention to lessons about the Olympics to know the answer in that 7th grade English. Lol. How's my goth chicken? I forgot the name of the bird, but I saw in one of your garden tours. Michelina, the goth chicken, is now named Winona, like Winona Ryder. And yeah, she zoomed away real fast. She's like, oh, Alex isn't here. Bye. Winona is doing very well. She's like a full-size chicken. She's not as big as Diane yet, but she's bigger than Fern, and she's bigger than Sunflower. Like, she's a full-size chicken now. I'm expecting our young layers to start laying anytime, because they are now... Let's have a look, actually. I have it written down, don't I? I'm pretty sure we have written in the calendar. What month did we start here? Baby, I'm begging you. Put your loving hands out, baby. Not in that one. I have I have my bullet journal around here somewhere that has the date that the babies were born. Ugh. The first set of babies. Sending my wedding guests home with eggs. Wouldn't that be fun? Some of them I will, like my older sister. Because whenever she comes into town, I just do. Let's see. Nope, that's a pattern book. Pattern book. Bye, Rue. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming. Christmas. So that's not right. Let's just find one more. Oh, figuring out how to build doors for the chickens. I love these things. My old books, I mean. Oh. Okay, November, so that's old. This is, show me a month. April. So April's too early. Too late, I mean, right? Oh, this is last year. Wow. Aw. Okay. March. How about this? May, my birthday. Yep. Baby chicks are due on March 14th. So if they hatched on March 14th, they need to be 16 to 20 weeks old. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 weeks old right now. This Monday or Sunday. On Sunday, the two white chickens are 20 weeks old. The next cohort is 17 weeks old, 14 weeks old. Good, now I know, 20 weeks old. So we should be expecting eggs whenever. Whenever the girls come in to lay, it's like nowish. And we're expecting pale blue eggs from them. Good to know, that's exciting. So, what's going on with you guys? I am pretty much just gonna do outside stuff today. I have a little bit of wedding jobs to go through. I have to contact our caterer and let them know what the menu we've chosen is. I wanted to tell you a trick I learned in counseling. If your heart starts racing, just do jumping jacks, and when you're done, your heart will slow down. Dawn, I've learned that also, not the jumping jacks necessarily, but just do something that would make your heart go fast, because then it tricks your brain into thinking that it's going fast because you're doing a thing rather than because of the panic. So then when the thing is over, your body calms down. Totally. Got the mail from my mailbox the other day, and the ants attacked my toes. Now they're super itchy. Ow! Sorry, that sucks. Jeez Louise. Sid, Only took starting my colorway 3 times to get the right look, but I'm finally getting progress on my Hexas sweater. Hexas sweater, love that. I made 9 pints of bread and butter pickles yesterday. Oh my gosh, we've gotten 3 cucumbers off of our plants so far. Your brain goes into flight mode, so run to get it out of your system. Makes sense. Ah, that works. Yeah, that's a good way to explain it also. Finished my... Oh, I saw that, Candace. That's a beautiful shawl. That's a beautiful shawl. Really pretty. I saw it and I was like, I have a pretty shawl, but it's not that big and pretty. But your shawl's very pretty. That kind of trick don't work with my heart, which sucks. Well, you can't win any of it. Or you can't win them all. What's the saying? Do you know what saying my dad did not know? On the weekend, I made a statement of like, well, I guess if that's the hill they're gonna die on, because that's a saying. It's just a saying. It just is. And my dad was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like their last stand, the battle, the place where they are willing to die as a result of that argument. It's like that's the hill you're gonna die on. He had never heard of it before. How? So then my mom and I both tried to explain it. He was like, "No, I understand what you're telling me. I'm just telling you I've never heard that before." And we were like, "But it's pretty common. Like, it's not that uncommon." He didn't know that phrase, right? And he's like a baby boomer. That's not like a new phrase. It's like an old phrase. How many times in a baby boomer's life could that phrase have been used? At least a million, you know? Your shawl will be perfect for your wedding dress. Dawn, I hope so. I think so too. How had he never heard that? I know! And my mom and I were like, what do we even say to explain? It's a perfect sentiment for when you need to use that sentiment. You know what I mean? Like, that's the hill you're gonna die on. It's so concise as opposed to being like, really, that's the argument that you're going to, that's where you draw the line. That's the argument that's worth having. Like, it's not as concise as that's the hill they're gonna die on. It's so, it's a good little phrase. And I was so surprised that my dad had never heard of it. Because he's like a very talkative person. He's also like a very argumentative person. Not in a bad way, just like he is like, if you can debate something with someone, my dad will be that person. And you'd think that someone would have said that in his presence at some point. And yet, he didn't know about the hill, the hill to die on. So, yeah, that happened. Anyway, what have you guys been up to? Like I said, I was sleeping all day yesterday in a not healthy way, not like, I had a nice sleep. I was like depression sleeping all day yesterday. But today, none of that for me. He might be getting old and he forgot. Maybe, Dawn. I don't know. I don't think so. It didn't seem that way. He's not that old. And he doesn't forget stuff like that. Or he doesn't forget stuff like that yet. Sorry, I'm trying to get so that it'll dry with a little bit of volume, because if I let it dry flat, it'll just be flat. And if I do this, it'll be not flat. Hexagon sweater, Pokemon, failing at reading. For me, it's been sleeping, stressing, and wedding planning. Today I have to email the caterers to tell them what our final menu choices are. I have to go over what wine Alex and I are going to go buy, because we've got all of the liquor already for the wedding, like all of the things. The caterer actually sent us a list, like a bar list of the things that are the most common to have at the bar, which was helpful. So Alex already did that. He just picked up everything, which was awesome. And now we have to get beer and wine. The caterers are bringing water and sparkling water, so we don't have to deal with that. And they're bringing water jugs and wine glasses and water glasses. They're bringing everything that we need, I think. I'm going to double check via email today, but that's the plan. It's the price tag. It better frickin' be, because whew, it was pretty pricey. So it'll be good though. So I'm going to email the caterers. I also have to email the officiant to see if I'm supposed to do anything. Also, Alex and I have to go back and try and get our marriage certificate, our marriage license, because we didn't get it. We went and we didn't get it because they were like not having it with us that day. You know, it seemed like they were at the end of their workday and they couldn't figure out paperwork and they were unwilling to call anyone for help. And I was like, cool, we just really want to get our marriage certificate, and we have all the documentation that's listed on the website for what you need. But it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. I got bad anxiety this week. Hasn't happened in a long time, so I was surprised. Surprised and anxious. Two great feelings. Sorry. I'm sorry that you got anxiety this week that hasn't been around for a while. Same! I just don't want to be too anxious on the wedding day because I want to remember it. And like Alex, when he has like really bad anxiety, he won't remember what happened. And me, if I have bad anxiety, I will concentrate on other things, so then I won't remember the main thing. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to deal. I've never had a wedding, so it's interesting to see/hear all the details. Your oldest is turning 16 at the end of the month. That's exciting. Yeah, I've never had a wedding either, and the only things that matter to me are music, food, and alcohol, and shelter, and seating. And we have all of those things. I also would like to have a campfire. Ooh. But I need to write my vows. Alex needs to write his vows. Our wedding ceremony is between 5 and 8 minutes long. It's like a very, very minimal thing. He told us like how we would go through it, the parts. If there's any speeches, those are during or after dinner, so that's not my problem. Alex's sister, thank God, suggested she be the MC for the wedding, and I was like, yes. And she was like, really? And I was like, please, yes, be the MC. I don't want to think about it anymore. And now I just cut it off. I'm not thinking about it because I'm not the MC. Someone else is the MC. She is messaging me the things that she needs from me, like the guest list, how to pronounce people's names, but I don't have to do any worry about the management of the afternoon. Dawn, I had a sinus infection that moved in my chest. I slept for the past 36 hours. I had been unable to sleep because of coughing, got antibiotics, and guaifenesin. Yay! Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now, Dawn. Oh, wait, somebody else was very sick. Hold on. Dina. Is Dina all right? Dina got the big bad that we're all worried about getting, and she wasn't doing well. I saw in the Discord. Send good vibes to Dina, you guys. And Dawn as well. Sorry, Dawn, it just reminded me of Dina when I read what was going on with you. Sid, excellent. I hope so. It's probably from stress and from vaccine and number 2 dentist appointment in 1 week. Hopefully I can chill more. I mean, yeah, I was stressed to get the vaccine just because I was stressed, not because it's like, you know, I understand. It's like a lot of like emotion. What's going on here? Is that a bruise? Do you see that? Keep finding bruises on my arms, and I'm like, girl, we gotta get this like in order before the wedding. I don't want to have bruises all over my body. We shall see. I lost my train of thought. I'm basically spending as much time as I can outside and just trying to hold it together. Although I'm not really holding it together well, I'm going to be honest. Every couple of days I just have like a meltdown. It's not a crying meltdown though. It's like a depressed panic attack meltdown. It's like stuck inside of me. It's like I don't cry or freak out. It's just on the inside I'm dying, that's all. Like my brain keeps saying like, you're dying. I'm like, you're not dying. You're dying. Okay, that's not helpful because I'm obviously not. But that's how my stress is manifesting right now. But I don't know, we're moving towards the wedding. It's gonna happen. Maybe have a good ugly cry. It's not coming out right now though, Sid. Like it's not close to the surface. It's like it I can't push it. It's not there. It's like depression, not like overwhelm. It's my upset is responding like depression. And when I'm having depressive episodes / depressive feelings, it's more dissociative in nature. I don't feel. Instead of me feeling a lot, I don't feel, which is worse. And I would rather be upset and crying on the wedding versus feeling nothing and smiling on the wedding. Because I don't want to remember the wedding as, oh, I didn't feel anything. Like I know that when I was helping my little sister find her wedding dress, I was depressed and I couldn't feel anything. And like there's photos of us finding the dress, like, and if you look in my eyes, they're like dead. So I don't want that for myself for the wedding. Are you religious? I would love to pray for you. I'm not religious, but I would love for you to pray for me. I'm at a point in my wedding planning that any and all good vibes, in whatever form they come, are very much accepted and appreciated. So thank you, honey. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I'm sorry that you know what I mean. I've cried twice this week. I hate crying. At least after you cry, you feel better. Oh my god, when you're just like apathetic, ugh, awful. I got AstraZeneca and saw many news about clots and side effects before the second dose. I freaked myself out and I'm struggling to breathe. Feel like I'm underwater since then. I'm sorry, Michelina. That's awful. I think my parents got AstraZeneca and both of them are fine. So I hope that helps. And both of them are like older people. So maybe that's a good thing. That sucks, so I'm sorry. Lots of love coming your way. Thank you. Kids start school this month and I can't wait. Taking care of others all day is overwhelming and exhausting. Yeah, it's overwhelming to me sometimes, right? It's not even apathy, it's like numb. Yeah, like feelings can't come in. Other people will be like, right, isn't that great? And my face can go, but there isn't. Or there's like a full 1 second before the reaction. Like to me, it's pretty obvious when I'm like that. Like the time it takes me to react to good news. Oh, great. You know what I mean? Like it's like fake. Not on purpose. It's just the way that it is. You will remember who's taking pictures and videoing your wedding. Well, we have a photographer. In addition, my sister-in-law, Alex's sister Anna, is going to bring her Polaroid camera and we're going to do like a Polaroid thing. So there is going to be ways for remembering. Like, I'm happy for you, but I don't feel happy. It's like my brain knows this is a happy thing. My brain knows that I want this for you, but my heart doesn't feel anything about it. Like, the dress is beautiful, you look good in it, and it's going to be a great day when you get married. Like, I can know the facts. I just can't feel anything. So that's kind of what I'm worried about heading towards. I was absolutely okay. Donka, I had Pfizer for both, and I was fine. The first shot, I had a sore arm because a needle went in my arm. The second shot, I think I was too high on endorphins. I didn't feel anything, and I didn't have any side effects at all. Because I was so excited about not being able to have it be a problem for me so much anymore. Yeah, it's bizarre. Yeah, it's definitely bizarre, and it's hard to explain to someone who's never had it happen, because you're like, I'm not sad, and they're like, well, depression is like sad, and I'm like, well, yes and no. AstraZeneca is 1 dose. No, AstraZeneca is 2 doses. But my parents did Pfizer for their second dose. The funny thing is, I had no side effects this time, whereas I had some flu-like symptoms last time, so it's even better. Yeah, my parents had flu-like symptoms for their first AstraZeneca shot, like flu-like to the point where they were like unwell for a full day. Like I brought them dinner, and the following day they were fine. And then Pfizer, my dad had a sore arm. My mom was fine. I have one family member who did Pfizer and then Moderna. And the Moderna one, they had flu-like symptoms for 24 hours. So that's my experience with all the different varieties. I don't have anybody in my life who did the J&J, but I've had people in my life do AstraZeneca, Pfizer, and Moderna. And everyone's still alive, so that's good. Happy vibes too, Laura. Thanks, Louise. I appreciate that. The funny thing is, I read that one already. Yeah, it's bizarre. AstraZeneca is 1 dose. No, good job to the immune systems for doing their jobs. Real good. Yes, real good. I'm pretty pumped to not have to worry so much at the wedding, but at the same time, I'm not worrying, because now with the new Delta variant trying to ruin our lives, if everyone, okay, you've heard this rant on every news station in the world and all across all of the internet, so I don't understand how there are anti-vaxxers still. It feels like you would be embarrassed to be an anti-vaxxer. Like, I'm not talking people who are on chemo and can't get vaccinated. I'm talking people who are like, I'm going to wait to see how it goes. Okay, but because you waited to see how it goes, now we've got the Delta. And now that you've waited to see how it goes, now we're going to have some other mutation and it's never going away. If everyone had just gotten on board right at the beginning and gotten our vaccines as soon as it was possible, we would be over this already. And people are like, but what if it does this? What if it is doing stuff right now? The actual virus is doing this. We know how it's going, right? We know now how it's going. Oh, but what if it causes fertility issues? It's not. It's scientifically not. And then people don't trust doctors, and it's like, then who do you trust? If you're not going to trust the doctors and the scientists, you're going to trust Cheryl on Facebook? That makes more sense. Cheryl on Facebook, who saw somebody put something else in a needle, she definitely is way more trustworthy than all of the doctors in the world. Do you think that China's doctors and Canada's doctors should have a lot in common? No, and yet they both have the same position on this vaccine. Interesting. Interesting that all of these countries that have very contentious relationships manage to agree that vaccinating the population against a pandemic makes the most sense. I could rage about this for a long time, if you can't tell. I just find it so irritating. I'm not talking about people on chemo who can't get it. I'm not talking about people whose doctors have recommended that they do not do it. I'm talking about people who are skeptical for no reason. Like, if you're skeptical just because you're like, I don't know, I just want to wait, No, that's selfish. You're being selfish. You're thinking of yourself if you're one of those people who says, well, I probably won't die from it and I don't really see you're selfish. That's it. You're selfish and scared of a needle. Stop being selfish. If you're eligible to get vaccinated and you have no reason with a doctor that says you shouldn't get vaccinated, go get vaccinated. You're selfish. You're putting your family at risk. You're putting my family at risk, and you're putting a lot more people at risk. Don't be selfish. If you can't get a vaccine because you're ineligible, I'm not talking to you. Please stay safe and wear your mask because some people are not getting vaccinated. But if you're just not getting it because you're nervous about a vaccine, you're selfish. If that's why, you'd go make an appointment with your doctor and you'd talk to your doctor about it. If it's that you're skeptical, you'd make an appointment with a doctor. You would go and make an appointment somewhere to find out more information. You wouldn't read Facebook and believe that because that's how children stopped getting vaccinated for measles. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I told the urgent care doctor who argued with me he was positive for COVID, but I knew it was a sinus infection. Then he gave me antibiotics, negative on COVID or the Delta variant. Good. I'm glad it was just a sinus infection, but those still suck, so I'm sorry. Donka, don't be a Cheryl. I feel like there's two different people. You know how there's the Karen, the one who wants to speak to the manager and we know what a Karen is. There needs to be another one. The Cheryls. I'm just gonna, wait it out. What if we don't need it? We do. Go talk to your doctor. What are you doing? Well said, Laura. I didn't read what Dawn wrote, sorry. We all get vaccinations as babies. Yes. For things that they know that babies die from. To prevent them from dying from those things. Just hiding that because I don't want his name to draw in trolls. Oh, true. Sorry. Was it just talking about how Doofus McGee? Yes. Something is very wrong happening in my country. People are buying fake certificates because they're scared of needles. Like, get over it. Get over it. You're selfish. Go get your vaccine. I was only able to get vaccinated easily because I was in my 20s. Yeah, when we got eligible, the minute I was eligible, we booked. Because if it's going to be causing issues with my fertility, you know what else can cause issues with your fertility? Long COVID. Doofus McGee is a great nickname. I think so. I would really like to not worry about people's lives at my wedding. And if everyone had just if everyone had just gotten vaccinated, I would be happier. So if you're on the fence going, should I use this as the reason to say yes? It would make Laura really happy if I got vaccinated. I think I'll do it, I would have tried to sneak around. Well, wouldn't have allowed me to as in my parents wouldn't have allowed me to get the vaccine as a minor. Oh my God. Conspiracy nuts are annoying and we are all sick of them. Yep. The orange man lovers don't want to wear masks or vaccines. But I don't understand how it got so separated between Republican and the orange man, because we have conservatives in Canada. They're not all crazy. And those people who are orange man like followers, like soldiers for the orange man, they're not crazy. They have kids and feelings and jobs. Like, what happened? Why can't you like someone and also like someone else? Why does liking one side mean you have to hate the other side? I don't hate conservatives. I just don't agree with them. Like, I think that taxes should go for roads. A lot of conservatives believe that the government should just back out of things that it doesn't need to be in. Whereas I think that the government should do all the things that, like fixing our roads. That should be the government's job. I get that thing. But I also understand that there's other people who go, I would rather have my whole paycheck and have shitty roads that we privately take care of as neighborhoods. I understand that that's an opinion. I don't agree with it. But that doesn't mean I think that person's a demon. Whereas like people on the hard side of it are very like, they think that there's something evil and wrong with the other side. I don't understand. Keeps rallying that crap. Dawn, I know. It's like, why are you... We all have to live together still. You know? It's like the cult of personality. It's us or them for the psycho followers. It's just not... It's not ideal. It's not great. That should be a pro-vax campaign. It would make Laura really happy. Do it! I should do t-shirts. I have a lunatic in my family. Dawn, every single person has a lunatic in their family that they didn't know was a lunatic until the pandemic. I mean, right? Everybody has someone in their, either, maybe not your immediate family, but someone in your... Narcissists need the attention, that's why. Again, I think everybody's got someone that they can go, oh, I didn't know that was that close to me. That's rough. And then it's like, what do you even say? He's not anti-vax, but he's all the other bad things. Yeah, well, at least he's not anti-vax. That's good. I don't think I have any anti-vaxxers. So I think that's... But that being said, I don't know. Extended family? I don't know. I know my immediate and immediate extended, you know what I mean? Like anyone geographically close to me, I know that most of them are all good, but like I don't know about my extended family. I'm glad Alex's family is all has a lot of doctors in it, so there's no anti-vaxxers on his side, thank the Lord, because I don't think I could handle both sides of our families. It's always one. There's always one. Donka, definitely the immediate family. So funny. Gotta laugh to not cry. Just go get your vaccines if you're eligible, people. And put a thumbs up on this video because there's definitely going to be a whole bunch of like anti-vaxxers being like, this girl needs to shut up with her opinion. She's not an expert. Neither is Cheryl. Cheryl from Facebook is also not an expert. She saw someone. No. Stop. As long as you're not getting in arguments from those coming to your wedding, you're all good. No extra worries. Vax and mask and you're okay. Yeah. I put it on our wedding invitations. Please be prepared to wear a mask. We will be following all COVID guidelines. So there will be no surprises. And also, I know everyone who's coming. What flowers are you having in your bouquet? Dawn, let's switch the topic. You're right. I don't know. You know what I think I'll do? And you guys can help me out with this. I'll do a bouquet every live stream. Like I'll pick a bouquet the night before the live stream. Every live stream from now to the wedding. So that's like 10 bouquets, right? We've August 21st. Where's the... I don't have my phone on me. August 21st is like, it's the 4th right now. So 19, 18, 17 days away. There's a few live streams left is what my point is. I'll make a bouquet every live stream and you guys can judge it. Give me a whatever out of 10 and we'll pick the nicest one for the wedding and then I'll just remake that one. I don't know if I'll have any sunflowers left though, so there might not be able to be sunflowers in it. Sorry I'm late. I had to go to the doctor. Well, I hope that you are doing well, AJ. And that's okay that you're late, because I was also late. It's 6 lives. Awesome. So there's 6 lives left till the wedding. Oh my god, there are only 6 lives left till the wedding, you guys. It sounds like a bouquet party. Exactly, Louisa. So I'll do a bouquet every live, and then you guys can help me narrow down. I don't know if I want to go all zinnias, or if I want to do like a mixed bouquet, or if I want to do all cosmos. We've just got so many different types of flowers that there's lots to choose from, so I'll have to check that way, and you guys can help me pick. And I'll post a photo of them into the Discord and on the Patreon, so that if you miss the live, you'll still be able to make a vote. I'll do the voting on, I don't think I can do a vote system on Discord, so I'll do the voting on Patreon. I'll post a picture of the bouquet from that day, and I'll put a vote so that you can vote on it, what you think, and that way we can choose it that way. Another fun way for you to be involved in the wedding. What will you have in the garden flowering at the wedding day? We'll have zinnias, amaranth, cosmos, pink roses. No pink roses, Dawn. We don't have any roses in the garden except for the wild roses, and they're like spring blooms. So I don't have roses. It'll be zinnias. I should have some larkspur by then. Violas, salvia, cosmos bright lights, regular sensation cosmos, bachelor's buttons, poppies. I've got 4 poppy plants now producing flowers every day, so that's exciting. Maybe sunflowers, lots of marigolds. I also have many marigolds that have long stems, so I can do like long stems with marigolds, which is, I didn't know I had planted like cut flower versions. Just the insane number of zinnias you planted will look amazing. I think so. I'm pretty excited for how the zinnias are coming. You can start with as many flowers for the first, and we can help you narrow it down the selection of flowers. Sounds great, Louisa, so you better show up on Friday. Friday, there's going to be a big old bouquet that we can put together. When's the wedding? No, I'm not going to crash it. August 21st, cats. August 21st is the wedding. It's soon. It's very soon. My mother just texted me 2 weeks after my birthday, after months of silence. Forgot to block her on the new phone. I guess she finally noticed. That sucks, Michelina. Did she text you happy birthday? Ew. That's awkward. Sorry. Cats. Wow. Soon. Great. Yeah. Soon. Great. Soon. It's great that it's soon. It's great. Let's just keep believing that it's great. I'm excited. I'm excited to be married to Alex, you know? All this stuff that's happening around that situation, not as exciting. I think it'll be exciting on the day of, like, why, just look cute on camera, Laura. Anyway, I'm excited to be married to Alex. I am anxious about the fact that, people are going to be looking at me and expecting me to know what to say in situations where I do not want to say things. But I do want to say, she's a total narc. She asked how I am, which is what she always asks. A total narc. Michelina, I love that. I love that. She's a total narc. I think I'm going to start using that. Narc. Just as a... Are you saying she's a narcissist or narcoleptic? No, not narcoleptic. Obviously, it's narcissist. But how come when someone's like a cop, pretending to not be a cop, they're a narc? Like a narcotics police officer? Is that what they are? Because, you know, like, people are like, okay, narc. Can someone explain to me that? And did you make that top? It's pretty. No, I did not. It is like a 10-year-old top. Yes, she is a real narcissist. I love the word narc. I feel like it adds a jovial nature to the fact that she is a narcissist, which is not jovial and is actually like very life ruining. Narcotics. A tattletale. A narc is a tattletale. Yes, but because a narc is a tattletale because like narcotics, like police, not like narcissist, right? So narc, when you're saying you're such a narc, means narcotics cop tattletale, as opposed to she is a narc To me, that still sounds like the tattletale cop thing. Is narc actually a side name now for narcissist? Because I love that. Wow, you're a narc. I would love to say that to someone. You're being a real narc right now. Don't you think? That'd be funny. It's not funny. Having a real life narcissist in your life is probably very difficult. So I'm sorry that that's something you're dealing with. Anyway. Sid is correct too. Cool. Narcs galore. Can we make it also for narcoleptics? Like somebody who sleeps when sitting up? Like Alex when he's napping while sitting up when we were just talking? Can I be like, wow, you're a total narc? Can I do that too? Let's add the third narc into the narc sphere. The narc trilogy. But can you be a narc cubed? Can you be all three narcs? A narcoleptic narcissist who tattletales. The narcoleptic one is you, Candace. I scrolled down under the video and I don't see if you have a registry we can go to. I'll put it under I'll put it in the description. That was nice of you to ask, Cats, and I will put it in the description. Yes, I do have a registry. It's for Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's called Laura and Alex's Wedding. But I will put the link to it, so thank you. That was sweet to say. She wants to evict my sister from her house, and we put fake weed in her belongings, threatening her. Oh, that's dark. I know you said you got the necklace from a friend at the wedding shower, but I have to say I love it. Don't you though? Let me show it to you up close, because I love it too. The word narc is slang for narcotics agent, a cop who specializes in illegal drugs. Narc is also used to mean police informant. And narcissist. And people who sleep by accident. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it makes me feel like a witch, which is another reason why I like wearing it. Make me feel kind of magical, you know? Or whatever. Stay away from her, not worth it. No, Donka, totally, I agree with you. Stay away from her. Keep yourself safe. I love the crystal. Thank you, me too. Hey guys, I'm gonna go though. I have to go feed the chickens. I also have to pee really bad. But mostly I have to go feed my chickens and start my day. Feed the chickens is the first one, but start the day. So I'm gonna go. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming today. I'll be here on Friday. I'll be on time on Friday. It's been rough. Just give me a little bit of extra grace today. But I will see you on Friday with a bouquet of flowers for you to rate and to judge for my wedding bouquet. Also, I will add the registry into the description. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you to all of you who are supporting me on Patreon. Feel free to join if you haven't already. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.